For this video, I'll be asking college students their take on feminism, if they feel there's a negative misconception surrounding feminism, how it affects them directly, how they imagine the world looking like in 10 years with everyone being a feminist, and if they claim the word feminism for themselves. Let's take a look.
Generally speaking, the belief that women should have equal rights to men.
I do believe feminism has a different meaning for everyone, especially women and men. But to me, feminism is a person who advocates for the equality regardless of sex.
Well, in my opinion, feminism means that it's women empowering women, but also wanting to have the same rights as men do.
The support of women acquiring rights in an unequal social environment that we live in today.
Whether the sexes are equal within society, so whether that be like through economics, social issues, whatever it is, just we all have equal rights and we're all treated the same.
To me, feminism is equality for all people, men, women, and all races.
When you meet people, it's like they all have different beliefs, I guess, so it's kind of just a collective umbrella term half the time, because it's like, yeah, they're the people who are just like, oh, it's like women are equal to men, and then it's just like a whole bunch of subgroups, so I just kind of stay away from it most of the time.
This misconception that like every person who identifies as a feminist is like this crazy like man-hating serial killer who like believes that men should have less rights than women, which is not the case.
Some people might think that feminism means thinking that women are more than men, when I think true feminism is reaching that middle ground and that equality.
Definitely, I think a lot of people, when they hear the word feminist, they think of like the feminazi term, which is like all women are like against men, they just don't want them to have any rights, and that women should be in charge of like everything and like control everything.
But it's only because of what the media portrays of like, I guess, extreme types of feminism.
I think it's like, oh, feminists hate men, or like, and that's not the case. I mean, like, men can be feminine.
I feel like a lot of people think it's men hating and like women wanting more rights than men, and it's not.
Yes and no, because I feel like in certain places it's like obviously a big thing, but in other places it isn't, you know? Sometimes there are like that they hate men a whole lot or something like that. It just depends where you are, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, on college campuses I don't think so. But like in my hometown of Lancaster, which is a conservative town, probably, you know?
I guess feminism affects me directly because through feminism we can have more people in the legislature that are female and people in power, positions of power that are female. And I'm a subject to that power.
I'm a woman, and so I have to deal with all the inequality, and I think another big part of feminism is like the sexualization of women, and so I have to deal with that and being scared to walk by myself anywhere I go.
I think feminism affects the world, period, because there's just as many men as there are women in this world, and they play just as big as a role as men do. And the jobs, the negativity in the world is created by this divide, and it has been created by the history, how women are treated. So I think it's affected in everything that we do, and it's a foundation of our history. And I think more specifically, if I were to apply it to my life, it'd be in the interior design world. It can, you know, the whole profession can be deemed as not as credible or not worth because it is governed by women and empowered by creativity.
That women get the same opportunities as men as far as careers and life paths, and I think there's less day-to-day oppression and violence against women?
If I am being honest, I think if everyone were a feminist, like from now and then seeing 10 years, I don't think at first it would be good, because just like any big changes in a world and any really big push that is made, the first years are horrible. There's a lot of conflict. But do I see the world in 100 years being the most amazing that it's ever been? Yes, it can be something we've never seen before here, a better world truly, I think.
First of all, we wouldn't have these anti-abortion bills. So that would be fantastic if everyone was they would realize that like, oh, dang, women have been treated pretty crappy over like the years.
Probably more females in Congress, and more female cops.
I think it would be a lot better. Everyone would be equal, or at least as much as possible. People would get equal pay and be good.
Let's be fair, it probably wouldn't be super different, just because of how like words mean different things to different people, so they could just use it to still do whatever they're doing. Like obviously I know some guys who they're like, oh, I'm a feminist, but they're just trying to sleep with people.
Yeah.
So it's like, it wouldn't change in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely consider myself a feminist.
Yes, I feel like everyone should be a feminist, because why not? We should have, every citizen of the United States should have the same equal rights no matter what gender, what race, what sexuality.
I do, yeah, because I'm a woman and I believe I deserve the same rights as men.
I believe so. I do consider myself a feminist because I believe your gender shouldn't have anything to do with how much you're paid or the way that you're seen by society. It's about being capable, and it doesn't matter your sex. You're just as capable as anyone.
Feminism is cool. Be a feminist. That's it.